because when I come to you, it feels like it's a battlefield. When I come to you and I talk about now, you
There's a lot of things that gets to happen in Big Brother's house every day, every week, every hour. And one very important moment of every of these experiences is the night time when these housemates get to talk, get into their ship and their bonds of friendship, and then get to sleep, right? There's always a nighttime gossip. There's always a nighttime romance, always a nighttime fight, always a nighttime reconciliation, one way or the other. And in this particular video, you're getting the full lowdown on the Tumi and Buhle situation, and then the unexpected fight between Mmeli and Thandika. Before we get right into it, I just want to appreciate every one of you. Thank you for always being on here, watching, subscribing, commenting, and liking. I appreciate you, returning subscribers, you returning viewers, and you new viewers. And I hope you stay to the end. Now let's get right into it. So for the past few days, probably at the third day of the first week of the Big Brother Mzansi show, we got to see the one of the bonds of relationship in the house, that is Tumi and Butlebi, started dissociating. It started wearing off. It started getting bitter, and there was a space and a gap between these two, down to the point where anytime he even tries to have a conversation with her, she pushes him away, tells him off, and tells him to be direct about what he wants, and let her be, or just let her know what this is all about. And all this problem started after, in the first 2 days of the show, Butlebi had naturally navigated towards Tumi because she's attracted to him. She wants him. He, on the other hand, was also into her. And according to his narrative, ladies chase him, and he only gets the like or be interested in that lady who is, bold about what she wants. It's more or less, if you chase me, I get to chase you. If you like me before I like you, that's just what it is for Tumi. And that's the major reason why he's into her. And then having to have conversations with her, everything was going smoothly until he genuinely revealed, not to her, that he's into Liema and one or two other ladies. He is not the kind of guy that wants to, just stick to one place, especially in Big Brother's house. Now, while he was doing that, he was hitting on Didi, he was hitting on DENE Jones, he was also hitting on Liema, directly or indirectly. And this even caused a fight where he and Didi had to go at each other in the lounge, the parlor area. And, it was just a crazy bitter whatever. Now, behind the scenes, this guy was always having conversations with OFFENTSE about Butlebi and his navigation. But he doesn't know that the person he thinks is his friend is his enemy. And that is OFFENTSE, because OFFENTSE will go and indirectly tease and flirt with Butlebi. I feel she knows this. And then when OFFENTSE goes to speak to me, or gets to be in the same space with Tumi, he would make it look like, Tumi, you're doing a good job, you're what you need to do and all that, and stop stressing yourself about these girls. But in the end, he is literally just spoiling the narrative and whatever these two are having. And then as a last night, we noticed that I think OFFENTSE was having a conversation with maybe it was Thandika, right? And one other person. And here was Thandika telling him that you need to fix this shit and all that. Because how would you be playing around or play with random girls when you have one that's into you and you are sure you're into her? And then he decided to try and fix things because he got in the same bed with Buhle and was having random conversations about other housemates and all the other things he was doing. But this girl didn't care about it. At a point, she was like, "Please, can you let me sleep? I'm tired." And he's like, "Oh no, please, Buhle, I want you." And she's like, "Want what?" "I want you to come back." And she's like, "Apologize." He apologized. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And she's like, What are you sorry for? And then he started listing what he did, how he treated her, how he spoke to her, how he walks away from her, and all that thing, all the 9 yards. And then even while he was still doing that, she really didn't give him space. At a point, she started saying that, oh, this hand he's touching her is so cold, and that is how his heart is cold. He's not genuine. He's sort of wicked and all the 9 yards. But I know she still has. I know that she still has a soft spot for this guy because at a point, Thandika came and interrupted and spoke about the nominations and how the reason she was surprised that he was up. And he's like, you know what? When I was up, you saw how I raised my hands because, like, I expected it. I'd had that conversation with Dube that I was going to be up, but, it doesn't faze me. I know I will, I know I will get through it. And then Ndika exposed the fact that, according to what he understands, the gameplay that they have is that most housemates, including the older ones, decided not to nominate the older ones because these ones already have fan base and they already have backup. And if you get to stand against them, you would lose and you'd be kicked out of the show. So they also decided to select people whom they think do not have a major fan base. That's why she indicated as she noticed that if they had nominated her, she knows that she was going to pass through. So it was a pointless game for those who nominated to put her up and Mmeli up or any other person up for eviction. I was like, oh, that actually makes sense. And he recognizes it, that is Tumi. I was like, oh, wow, really? Now I see. And then, of course, he went back to his conversation. His conversation with Butlebi, and he was begging her, telling her that she's so beautiful. He's realizing how good she looks, how nice and thoughtful she is. At a point, he begged her. I was like, he really loves her. And she's like, I don't understand. He said he loves her. He held her neck and her jaw and started kissing her. It was quite a good moment to see. All that I am concerned about is if this is genuinely genuine, because if it is not, this will be the stupidest thing that Butlebi would have done to herself, probably all her life and in the show, because this guy plays with you, moves to other girls, flirts and tries to get them. And if by mistake somebody like Liema had accepted, he and Liema would have been coupling up right now. And Butlebi would have been left a bitter soul, a grumpy girl, and heartbroken. And probably she might end up taking a voluntary leave. But then, because Liema clocked his game of using random girls and wanting highlights with them, she did not let it happen. Now, can we talk about the fact that we are seeing an altercation? This will be the biggest one that has happened between Mmeli and Thandika, and this will officially be the third one because of the way Thandika handles things, the way she approaches it. Let me be honest. I don't know about you, but anybody who comes to this channel and haven't watched all the videos I've made that Thandika was spoken about, if you feel that I dislike her, then you're quite a very daft person, because I've highlighted the fact that she is one of the best game players in the house. But I will not take away the fact that most of the things that people have said about her outside of the house and in the house, a lot of it, probably at least or around 50%, is true, especially her choice of words. She might not necessarily mean to be that way. Her approach of things, she might not necessarily mean to approach it that way. And the way she handles it, especially when the other person has an opinion about that same topic or that same issue. And that has led her to have where her male interest, Mmeli, walk out on her when she was talking about something she didn't like or something she wanted to address with him, and the manner at which she told him. And here was Mmeli trying to tell her, it seems like she did something recently, and he was telling her that, you know what, I don't like the way you talk to me. I don't like the way you approach things. I don't like the choice of words and all the 9 yards. It's like, what did I do? Let me tell you something. She was being defensive, obviously, right? And that's one bad thing. Don't be defensive. Listen, understand, and then find a mutual ground. And he is a full listener. She talks most of the time. He listens, backs her up, defends her, and all the nayad. But here he is complaining about the things she does that offends him and makes him even walk out on her. And she's being a bit defensive. He's like, like when you say to me, don't do this, you should do it like that, or make sure you do. It's like a command of ownership, a command of do it my way or else there will be a problem. And he doesn't like that. At a point, she was like, you know what? At the end, when we get out of the show, we're going to both see that, watch these videos and see that that's not what I'm doing. She was still being defensive. At a point, she also still sort of, apologize for what she has done or said one way or the other, but then she now resulted or relinquished, in quotes, the power that she is defending herself not doing or not having over him. She's now like, oh, you know what? I'll not talk about things again. I'll not do this again. I'll just be on my own. Let it not be that I'm in controlling or I'm being like this or like that. And what struck my mind was the fact that the last conversation she had after having a fight with Liema, she was having a conversation with Mmeli where she spoke about that. She was asking him if she's really a bully or if she's really tacky and, rude and stuff. And he's like, he cannot necessarily say right now because he has not been in that position necessarily. This just points out that he's getting a little bit of the dose of the venom that people have been talking about. Anyways, guys, that's all I have for you in this video. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share this video.